Welcome to the world of Conrad Askland. Picture this. The year is 1920, and the world is on the brink of a cultural revolution. World War I has just ended, and a wave of relief washes over the globe. This relief soon gives way to a decade of unprecedented prosperity, groundbreaking technological leaps and shifts in social norms. Jazz music fills the air, flapper culture takes the spotlight, and silent films make their debut. As the decade kicked off, nobody could have predicted the societal transformation that was about to unfold. As the 1920s progressed, so did the rapid pace of change. This was a decade like no other, a time when innovation and prosperity took center stage. America's love affair with consumer culture blossomed, with automobiles, radios, and telephones becoming not just luxuries but necessities. The open road beckoned, conversations spanned the globe, and voices and music filled living rooms nationwide. Yet, this was also the era of prohibition, a time when the sale, production, and transportation of alcoholic beverages were outlawed. But rather than dampening the spirit, this led to the rise of speakeasies and bootlegging, turning ordinary citizens into outlaws and outlaws into legends. Simultaneously, the winds of change were blowing across the cultural landscape. The women's suffrage movement was gaining momentum, breaking barriers and reshaping societal norms. Women were no longer just homemakers, they were voters, workers, and changemakers. And then there was the Harlem Renaissance, a cultural revival that saw an explosion of African-American art, music, and literature. Jazz and blues filled the air, while words and ideas challenged the status quo. The stock market, too, was on a seemingly unstoppable upward trajectory. It was the era of endless prosperity, a time when it seemed like the good times would roll on forever. By the mid-1920s, it seemed as though the party would never end. However, as with any party, eventually the music has to stop. And so it was with the Roaring Twenties. Amidst the glitz and glamour, signs of economic instability began to ripple beneath the surface. Consumer debt soared, banks extended credit recklessly, and the stock market teetered on a precarious bubble. Then, in October of 1929, the inevitable happened. The stock market crashed, plunging the nation into the depths of the Great Depression. The party of the 20s had ended, replaced by a sobering reality. Yet despite the economic downturn, the decade left a lasting cultural impact. Jazz music, flappers, and speakeasies had forever changed the social landscape. Innovations in technology, fashion, and lifestyle had pushed boundaries and redefined norms. The Roaring Twenties, a decade of excess and transformation, ended not with a whimper, but with a resounding crash. And so, the Roaring Twenties came to a close, leaving an indelible mark on history.